Hello and welcome to the first episode of Fortnite for Dum Dums. A lot of you guys started Fortnite because of that Battle Royale mode. Some of you might even be surprised that it also has a story and cooperative mode. You know that thing that you pass over when the main menu comes up? You know, the one that the developers keep saying, "No, we haven't abandoned you. We still love you. I'm just waiting for the right time to leave him. Then you'll see. We'll be happily ever after. Please, baby, don't cry. I still love you." To first talk about Save the World game mode, you have to be able to explain it. That's the part that Battle Royale has going for it. The elevator pitch is super easy. You and 99 other players get dropped in onto an island. You scavenge for weapons, and the last man standing wins. Sure, you could bring up what type of guns to use, the shrinking kill zone, and the fact that you can build, but either way, super simple to explain. The Save the World is a little bit more nuanced. Fortnite is a third-person shooter RPG tower defense where you kill waves of husks and craft to survive. Well, one of the first questions you might have is, what's a husk? Well, they're creepy little storm monsters. Storm monsters? Where do they come from? Well, due to the quantum entanglement and the polarity of the sun and the... What do you want from me? They're creepy little storm monsters that materialize out of upside-down purple tornadoes and lightning. And 9/11 was an inside job?
Was it?
Don't overthink it! Just shoot them in the head and don't die! Of course, you can cut down the explanation by just calling them zombies, but calling them zombies is like calling the infected from 28 Days Later zombies. Sure, it gets the point across, but there'll always be that one nerd who's like, "Well, actually..." And don't worry, I know by making that statement that I am in fact that nerd. The game does a really good job of running through the basics. The first 10 missions or so keeps the menus down to a minimum while it teaches you stuff over time. The main problem arises when the training wheel comes off and it turns into Menu Simulator 2017. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Oh God. No. 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 No, 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 So hopefully that's what I'm here for, to explain the unexplainable. But, you know, since this is the first episode, and I'd like to stretch this out for a couple of months, let's get started with the basics. You start off in an area called Stonewood, which admittedly is the tutorial zone. Kid zone. When doing most of the missions, try to keep in mind it won't be that challenging. So try not to use too much unnecessary materials for building and crafting things that you won't need. When building your forts in this area, try the double wall method, which I'll explain a little bit later, and maybe a few traps. This is way too much for the kid zone. If you stay vigilant, most husks won't even really make it inside the inner wall. So traps should really be used sparingly and really just as an in case, you know, one sneaks around the side like a horny teenager. Let's start with the play now, aka instant action, the one you wish your wife or any girlfriend had. Most likely this will put you into one of a couple of different variants of build the fort around the thing and then survive, since these are most of the first type of missions. Don't worry, they get a lot more varied down the road. So let's say you need more wood because someone spent the last round building a giant wooden penis. Not gonna say who. Wood and stone are mostly found on the outskirts of the areas. Unless it's a forest map, then it's like a Starbucks, one around every corner. Now, trees will get you mostly wood, but it'll also get you planks of wood, twine, and occasionally adhesive. Rocks will get you stone, also rough ores, and minerals. And finally, cars will be the best place for metals and nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts are very essential for bullets and a lot of different traps. And occasionally you'll also get a battery. But how do you know what you need to craft? Well, let's find out. let's press the touchpad or the view button or the suck it PC Master Race. I don't even care enough to research the button. This will bring up the crafting menu. Here, find whatever you want to craft. These are a lot higher level stuff because I'm a badass, but let's pretend you're a noober and you need to craft this gun. So you'll press R3 or you'll click in the right stick. Really? They don't have anything special named for that? Okay. Or you'll press the, all right, fine. Hold on. Oh, Jesus.
Press any key. Where's the any key? I see ESC, Catarl, and Pickup. There doesn't seem to be any key.
I want to say the F button. This will track the weapon for you. Now let's track this trap. You can see here in your bottom left corner, it's right there and you know exactly what materials you need. So let's do some scavenging and let's get some of those materials. Let's go here and boom. Now you can see I have plenty of wood, plenty of stone, and plenty of metal. Now, where is the objective? I can't seem to find it. Well, here's a pro tip for you. The arc makes a very subtle noise and also glows really bright blue. Also, if it's a Ride the Lightning mission, Lars loves his rock music, so listen for his radio because he always has it set to 11. So you can subtly hear his music. When it starts getting louder, you know you're getting closer. By the way, if I just blew your mind because you've been playing this from the beginning and you didn't know that, please let me know in the comments below. All right, so first off, let's clear the area around the objective. You want to be able to have a clear view of all directions. So let's build. This is time for that double wall method that I told you about. Let's go like this and this, maybe some over here, and then the outer wall. All right, so with the Fight the Storm and the Ride the Lightning, you have to have blue glow to continue. Pretty much just look out for some blue glowy stuff that looks weird. When you deposit it, this will give you some time to find out where the husks are coming from and give you a chance to maybe reinforce that direction, maybe put up a couple of traps. But remember, this, not this. This is too much. This is just right. Now it's time for the fight. Pro tip, headshots do more damage.
What's the noise, son?
So once they start attacking, if they get to your wall and do some damage, you can always click on the R3 or the right stick, or I want to say F, to repair. Or maybe it's R. R for repair. Now that's probably reload. God dang it, PC! Repairing will keep all your walls up and keep you safe. All right. Then you won. Good job. You did your first mission. Yay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the very first episode of Fortnite for Dum Dums. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Also, let me know what you'd like me to cover next. Most likely next time, we're going to talk about the different kind of husks you can have, different strategies to funnel them, and the best type of traps. So look out for that in the next episode, but also let me know what you would like me to cover. Thank you so much for joining us on the first episode ever of Fortnite for Dum Dums.